So runner 90 feet away with one out. That's a good piece of hitting behind in the count 1-2. That brings up Keegan Burke. Breaking ball catches the inside part of the strike zone for strike one. Burke is the second baseman and the first right-handed batter for the Sabres. And the pitch. Swinging strike goes back to the breaking ball again. Kaplow ahead in the count 0-2. Pitch. And that ball is hit well into center field. That's going to be an RBI. Corky takes it and guns it in. They've tagged up the runner on first, and he scores easily for the first run of the game. So Burks tallies an RBI with that contact, but there are two outs, and the bases are clear. That brings up another lefty, Kyan Bagshaw. He's the Sabre first baseman today. And the pitch. And that's fouled off for strike one. And the pitch. Breaking ball misses outside, evens up the count at one apiece. And the pitch. And that hits the outside part of the plate for strike two, 1-2 to Bagshaw. And Bagshaw twitches, but not enough. That evens up the count at two apiece. And the pitch. Breaking ball. Tries to get in the back door, but ball threes. The count runs to full. Full count to Bagshaw. And Kaplow misses outside and walks Bagshaw. Bagshaw on first. Colin Burke, the batter. This is the pitcher for the Sabres today, hitting from the right side. Breaking ball in there for strike one. And the pitch. That ball is chopped foul down the third base side. 0-2. Folks, the Cardinal defense today, Brandon Mativier out in right field, Luke Corky in center. Luke Anderson, the shortstop, Evan Kaplow pitching, Max Reardon, the catcher, Dante Nieto, the designated hitter for second baseman, Mark Luca, Cam Tebow in left field, Sam Franco on first, and Ryan Haskell on third base. 0-2 count to Burke with a runner on first and two outs. And he tries the front door breaking ball and misses inside. It's 1-2. And the pitch. This ball is fouled, back and out of play. And Kaplow goes back to Bagshaw, not in time. And the pitch. And that's a swinging strike for the third out, but not before the Sabres played a run on that RBI fly ball by Keegan Burke to center field. Folks, we'll be back in a minute from Holman Stadium. Folks, back in action here at Holman for the home half of the first inning. Defense for the Sabres looks like this. Drew Regan is the third baseman, Nolan Colby the shortstop. Keegan Burke playing second base, Kyan Bagshaw. Playing first base, Colin Burke. The pitcher, Will Jakes, playing right field. Brandon Dufour with the catching responsibilities today. Teddy Katzel in center and Matt Silk in left. The lineup for the home Cardinals has Brandon Mativier leading off, followed by Luke Anderson, Evan Kaplow, Max Reardon, Dante Nieto with the designated hitting responsibilities for second baseman Mark Luca, Cam Tebow in the 6th spot, Sam Franco, Ryan Haskell in the 8th spot, followed by Luke Corky in the 9th spot. Folks, we're ready to go here. Right-handed pitcher for the Sabres, Colin Burke. First pitch due here in a minute. And Burke kicks and delivers. First pitch cuts the top of the zone for strike one on Mativier. 0-1 count now. Folks, the score is 1-0 after a half an inning. The Sabres scoring on an RBI to center field. And the pitch. This ball is popped up and out of play as Mativier falls behind in the count, 0-2. And the pitch. Breaking ball, just missed. Looked like a great pitch. It's 1-2 to Mativier. One-two count, no one on, no outs. Home half of the first. And the pitch. This ball is chopped foul down the third base side. Count remains 1-2 to Brandon. And the pitch. This ball is fouled back and away. So Mativier battling in this leadoff at bat for the Cardinals. Count still 1-2. We're 5 pitches in. And the pitch. And that breaking ball fisted foul down the third base side towards Coach Sheedy at third base. It's still 1-2. And the pitch. Breaking ball misses upstairs and in as Mativier backs out, 2-2. And the pitch. That ball's hit up the middle for a single. Great battle by Brandon Mativier for a leadoff single. He gets to first. That's going to bring up Luke Anderson with a runner on first and no outs. Mativier takes his lead, and the pick move not in time. Mativier with a healthy lead over on the cut on the first base side of the circle coming into the grass. And the pitch to Anderson. This ball is hit foul. Luke early on that one headed towards the first base side. 0-1. And the pitch. This ball hits the outside part of the plate. Fastball gets Burke ahead in the count, 0-2. And the pitch. Fouled off again towards the first base side. Anderson keeps the count at 0-2. Break in action here as Dufour, the Sabres catcher, heads towards Burke for a very short conversation about midway between the mound and the plate. Anderson steps back in. The count's still 0-2. No outs, runner on first. The score is 1-0 in favor of the visiting Sabres. Timeout called by Anderson. He steps out of the box to reset. The 0-2 pitch to Luke Anderson. And that's a swing and a miss. For the first out of the game, that's going to bring up pitcher Evan Kaplow. And the pick move, not in time. One out now, runner on first. Runner's going. And it gets behind him. Mativier sliding into second. Not sure he knew that that ball got past the catcher. So the count's 1-0 to Kaplow with a runner in scoring position. And the pitch. This ball is up and in. Brush back, counts 2-0. He comes back after him with a strike there, called strike. It's 2-1. And the pitch, runner's going. This is a breaking ball. Good pitch to go on. Throw is not in time. It's going to get behind him. They're sending the runner home, and that will be an E2 on the throw with the tying run. So Mativier will steal third base cleanly and then take home on the throwing error in the exchange between the catcher and the third baseman. 1-1 score here with one out. 3-1 count to Kaplow. Two count, to Kaplow. This ball's hit into shallow center field. It's going to be played by the shortstop. That's a fly out to Nolan Colby for the second out. Max Reardon batting now from the right side of the plate. Cardinals catcher had a great offensive season so far, actually just a great all-around season. And the pitch. This ball hits the outside part of the plate for strike one. Good fastball by Burke. And the pitch, breaking ball, misses upstairs. 1-1. And the pitch to Reardon. This ball's hit well to left field. The left fielder's backing up on it just a little bit and makes the catch to retire Reardon, but not before the Cardinals get a run back and tie it up. After one, we are tied at one. Top of the second inning, bringing up the 6, 7, and 8 batters for the Sabres. Right fielder Will Jakes, catcher Brandon Dufour, and center fielder Teddy Katzel. Folks, will be back in a minute from Holman. Folks, we're back in action here at Holman. Will Jakes, the Sabre hitter, swinging strike on the breaking ball. I think that's Kaplo's slider that gets him 0-1. 1-1 is the score here, top of the second inning. Another breaking ball gets Jakes behind in the count 0-2. Two swinging strikes. Reardon setting up outside and the pitch. That breaking ball is fouled back and out of play. And the pitch. Ball misses upstairs. Kaplo going to the fastball. It's 1-2. And the pitch. That breaking ball gets him. It's fouled, but Reardon holds on to it. And that is a swinging strikeout, Kaplo's third of the day. That brings up catcher Brandon Dufour. Dufour is a left-handed hitter. That's the fourth one in the Sabres lineup, with Teddy Katzel on deck and Matt Silk in the hole. The pitch from Kaplo. That's a swinging strike. Outside part of the plate. Breaking the action here as Kaplo steps off the rubber. A 1 the count to Dufour. And the pitch. That breaking ball looks like it missed low, counts 1-1. This one's hit well to the second baseman, Luca, who will field it and throw him out. Score that 4-3 for the second out. That brings up Teddy Katzel, the center fielder. Good play by Luca there as he was ranging to his right side batter's left to make that play. The pitch. That ball is a fastball. Fouled back very close to where I'm sitting, 0-1. And the pitch. This is a breaking ball again over to Luca. This is a soft one. Luca gathers it and throws him out. 4-3, the side is retired in order. Score is still 1-1. Home half of the second inning. Be back in a minute from Holman. Folks, we're back to Holman as Sabres catcher Brandon Dufour takes his throw down to second. That brings up designated hitter Dante Nieto. Nieto hitting for Mark Luca today, who's had 2 putouts in the second inning over at second base. Scores 1-1, and the pitch from Burke gets the outside part of the plate as Burke goes to the fastball and gets ahead 0-1. 0-1 pitch to Dante Nieto. Breaking ball off the top of the helmet. Score that a hit by pitch. The Cardinals bench is delighted with that outcome as they get a base runner here with no outs. That brings up Cam Tebow, the left fielder for the Cardinals. That ball just glancing off of the helmet as Nieto ducked down to get out of the way of that breaking ball. And the pitch. This ball's skied and back out of play over the first base dugout for strike 1. Oh, 0-1 the count to Cam Tebow. Burke with the pitch. That ball misses on the outside part of the plate, skirts away from Dufour, and that'll get the runner down to second. So, score that a pass ball that gets Nieto to second base. Counts 1-1 to Tebow. And the pitch. This ball is fouled off the foot as Burke gets ahead in the count 1-2. One and two, no one out, runner on second base for Tebow. Sam Franco is the on-deck batter. Colin Burke, the right-handed pitcher for the Sabres, ahead in the count 1-2. And the pitch skips in for ball 2 as the count evens up. Pitch. This ball's hit, driven up the middle. It'll be played well by Colby, who makes the play. Good play over at short, but that advances the runner 90 feet away. Score that 6-3 for the out. That was a gorgeous play as the shortstop from Souhegan got behind the pitcher and up through almost second base territory to make that play defensively and made the throw over to first in time. So Sam Franco, the first baseman, hitting from the left-hand side for the Cardinals. Runner on third base with 1 out. So productive out needed here as the Sabres bring the infield in on the grass. They want that out at home, and that's going to score a run either way. It's out deep enough to center field, and the throw comes in. They will not be able to stop that from scoring. So great at bat for Franco as he sacrifices to center field to score the run. Cardinals up 2-1. That brings up third baseman Ryan Haskell, hitting in the 8th spot for the Cardinals. Pitch from Burke. Just misses on the outside part of the plate for ball 1. And the pitch. Haskell behind on that one. Just threw the bat out there. 1-1 the count to the Cardinals' third baseman. And the pitch, there's a swinging strike for strike two as Haskell falls behind, 1-2. There are 2 outs. Luke Corky's on deck. Counts 1-2. And the pitch. This one is right back at the pitcher, who makes a nice grab as he stabs the glove out there to make the 3rd out of the 2nd inning, but not before the Cardinals score one more on an RBI by Sam Franco. That was hit deep enough in this ballpark to move the runner in from third. Scores 2-1, folks, in favor of the Cardinals. We'll be back in a minute from Holman. And he's going to throw him out. So score that 5-3 as the Sabres showing bunt with no one on and no one out here in the 3rd inning. So 1 out for Drew Regan. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He is a strikeout victim in his leadoff at bat. There's the breaking ball, almost in the back door. It's ball 1. He misses. And that's a fastball. Gets him swinging for strike 1. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. And the pitch. That's a swinging strike as Kaplo elevates. It's 1-2. I'm expecting a breaking ball here from Kaplo. He'll probably go to the slider. Try to drop one in the back door. We'll see what happens. And he goes to the fastball and misses outside, 2-2. Two count, 1 out. Top of the 3rd inning. Cardinals leading 2-1. And the pitch. And that's going to get him. Strikeout looking as Regan strikes out for the 2nd time today. Nolan Colby, who had a very productive triple in his first at-bat, so he's 1 for 1. He also scored the only run for the Sabres today so far. But there are 2 outs. And the pitch. This ball's hit well up the middle, and Anderson will get there, try to make the throw, but not in time. So Colby is aboard safely for the 2nd time today with that hit up the middle. Anderson with great footwork to get to it, but Colby just gets down the line fast enough to run it out. So runner aboard for Keegan Burke. He is the Sabres' 2nd baseman today. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to center field. And the pitch. That's a swinging strike. Burke has these Sabres RBI on the day so far with that fly out to center field in his first at-bat. 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Kaplo goes back to the runner. And the pitch. This ball is skied and probably in play, being called by the catcher, who makes the play, fouled out to 2 for the third out. So the Sabres strand 1 in the third. The score remains 2-1. Due up for the Cardinals. 9-batter Corky back up to the top. Mativier, Anderson, and Kaplow. Be back in a minute here at Holman. Folks, back to Holman. Home half of the third inning. Luke Corky leading off for the Cardinals. 2-1 here in the home half of the third. Folks, the clouds are expected to roll in tonight, but it still looks pretty beautiful out there. Unseasonably warm, I would even say. Well, probably seasonably warm, but it's just been so cold lately. That first pitch cutting the outside corner for a called strike. Nice pitch by Colin Burke. 0-1 is the count to the Cardinals center fielder. From the windup, Burke kicks and delivers. This ball is upstairs and ball 1. And the pitch. That ball misses away for ball 2. 2-1 count now to Corky. And the pitch. This ball misses upstairs. 3-1 to Corky. Let's see if he's taken here. And the pitch. That ball is swung on and fouled. Backing out of play over the first base side. Count is full. And the pitch to Corky. That ball is inside. Oh, and it's a called strike on Corky's. He's going to go down looking for the first strike. He wasn't sure about that one. Good pitch by Colin Burke. That brings up Brandon Mativier. Mativier singled in the first inning and scored a run. He's 1 for 1. He stole second and third base and scored on the ball thrown into left field. There's the first pitch in the top of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1. And the pitch. That ball just misses. Metivier twitched but didn't offer. It's 1-1. One out, no one on, home half of the third. And the pitch to Metivier. That ball misses away. 2-1. Burke kicks and delivers. This ball just misses outside. Count is 3-1 to Brandon Metivier. And the pitch. That ball's in there for strike 2. Count is full now to the Cardinal 1 batter. And the pitch. This ball is hit foul. Will it have enough to get out of play? It looks like it will get down, but a valiant effort made to get that ball as the third baseman, shortstop, and left fielder converge. It looks like Colby making the final play on that ball, sliding across, but not able to haul it in. Metivier stays alive now in this 6-pitch at bat. And the pitch. This one fouled again. Metivier spoiling another one. That was a very defensive swing as that ball was on the lower outside part of the plate. Metivier basically just throwing the barrel of the bat out there to get some contact and is able to do so. Full count still. This is the 8th pitch of the set. And Metivier ropes this one into left field. What an at-bat for Brandon Metivier. He's going to get a stand-up single on that. Thinks about second, but the Sabres haul it in. So Metivier with a very productive day so far, 2 for 2. Luke Anderson hitting now from the left side. He's 0 for 1, a strikeout victim in the first inning. And the pitch. This one misses on the outside part of the plate. Good pitch, competitive. Metivier is a steal threat. I expect the Sabres to be throwing over a few times here. They should pay attention to him. He has 2 thefts so far in the game. And they are going to go back to him this time. And the pitch, Metivier's going. This ball is bobbled. It's a strike, but no throwdown there as Metivier will claim his 3rd stolen base of the game. He's in scoring position with 1 out. The count is 1-1 to Cardinals shortstop Luke Anderson. And they are going to go back. And he is back just in time. That was a strange play. That ball looked like it was very close to hitting the base runner. Looked very close, called safe by the field umpire. So 1-1 the count. Metivier dangerously close on that last one. And the pitch. That ball hits the inside part of the plate as Anderson falls behind 1-2. And the pitch. Anderson's going to foul this one back to stay alive, 1-2. One out here in the home half of the third inning. 2-1 is the score from Holman in favor of the Cardinals. Runner on second, one out for the Cardinal two-batter, Luke Anderson. And the pitch from Burke. This ball misses away, evens up the count at 2 apiece. And the pitch. This ball's hit towards the first base side, bobbled a little bit by Bagshaw over at first, but he'll make the play unassisted and beat the foot race over to first. Anderson is out on that unassisted play by Bagshaw. There are 2 outs. Runner is on third for Evan Kaplow. Kaplow flied out to the shortstop in shallow center field, or just outside of the infield, short infield grass. In his first at-bat, he's 0 for 1. That ball misses up and in on Kaplow for ball 1. And the pitch. That's a nice breaking ball by Burke as he drops one in there to fool Kaplow, 1-1. Two outs here. Catcher Max Reardon is on deck, should Kaplow get aboard safely. This ball misses away. Nice breaking ball. A lot of movement there, but off the plate. 2-1 now, the count to the Cardinals pitcher. And the pitch. That's a breaking ball. It's going to be hit well out to right field. Right fielder's backing up, and he will make the catch to end the inning. Good hit, but good defense out in right field. Matavier will be stranded, and Kaplow will fly out to right field for the third out. So after 3 innings of play, it's 2-1 Cardinals over the Sabres. Due up for the Sabres, 4, 5, and 6. Bagshaw, Burke, and Jakes. Be back in a minute. Hear from Holman. Folks, back in action here at Holman. 2-1 is the score for the top of the 4th inning. Evan Kaplow pitching to Kyan Bagshaw, the Sabres' first baseman. Bagshaw got on first base in his first at-bat on a base on balls. And the pitch. There's a ball. I missed the first pitch. I think that is ball 2 to Bagshaw. 2-0. And the righty hits the outside part of the plate for strike 1. And the pitch. And Capello misses away to run up the count 3-1. Three-one pitch to Bagshaw. And that ball is skied out into center field. Corky lining up underneath it. And makes the catch. So that one had some height to it. Took a long time to come down, but there was one out. For pitcher Colin Burke. Burke is 0 for 1 on the day. He is a strikeout victim in the first inning. One out here in the fourth inning. And the pitch. It's a swing and a miss, caught by Reardon. It's 0-1. Burke just got a piece of that. And the pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. Good pitch. Oh, 2 the count to the Sabres 5 batter. And that one is skied out to left center field. Corky lining up underneath it. He'll make the play. So 2 consecutive flyouts to the Cardinal center field, Luke Korkakolis, if I said that correctly. Will Jake's the hitter. He is the right fielder for the Sabres. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. And that's fastball in there for strike 1. And that ball is fisted foul over the first base side as Jakes just gets a piece of it. It's 0-2. Reardon's setting up on the outside part of the plate and the pitch. And they will just miss that one outside. Capello had taken a step or two, as well as some of the infielders, towards the dugout because they thought that was an inning-ending strikeout, but it's ball 1. 1-2 to Jakes. And the pitch, there it is, strikeout swinging. That's Capello's 4th K on the day as he strikes the Sabres out in order. Due up for Girton is Max Reardon, Dante Nieto, Cam Tebow, and Sam Franco. Folks, it's 2-1 after 4.5. Be back in a minute from Holman. So we're back at Holman. Gorgeous Thursday night here. Daytime temperatures were right around 70 degrees. It's down into the 50s now, but it is a beautiful night. Under the lights here in Nashua, Max Reardon, the Cardinals catcher, leading off in the fourth inning for Girton. And this ball is fouled back and out of play for strike one. Colin Burke now pitching into the fourth inning for the Sabres. Reardon calls time to kind of disrupt that delivery. Count remains 0-1 to the Cardinals catcher. And the pitch from Burke. This is a check swing. They appeal, and yes, he went. So Reardon falls behind 0-2. Max is 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to left field in the first inning. And the pitch. And that just misses upstairs. Very close pitch. Tough one to lay off. 0-2. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Max Reardon. Breaking ball misses away. Even up the count at 2 apiece. And the pitch. This ball is a breaking ball that drills Max in the back, and he gets down the first base line super fast. So leadoff hitter aboard here for the Cardinals for designated hitter Dante Nieto. Nieto was hit by pitch in his first at-bat, so this ball is hit right back at the pitcher, who will not handle it cleanly and make a toss over to first for the out. Score that 1-3. It advances the runner to second, 1 out. Cam Tebow, the hitter, he grounded out to the shortstop in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Runner on second base for the Cardinals with 1 out. And the pitch. That's a swing and a miss for Cam Tebow. Good looking pitch, blown away by Burke. And the pitch. This ball misses away to even up the count at 1 apiece. Reardon doesn't have too aggressive of a lead over at second base, but has been known to steal, has enough running speed to get down to third base. We'll see if the Cardinals elect to continue their aggressive base running. And the pitch. And that is a swing and a miss as that ball is away in the count, and Tebow falls behind 1-2. And the pitch from Burke. This ball's chopped towards the pitcher. Played off the heel of his glove, and there's no play to be had there. Runners on the corners with 1 out for Sam Franco. So Christian Metz, the Sabres coach, is out to discuss something with the home plate umpire. Not sure what's being discussed here, whether that was hit out of the foul box potentially, the batter's box, and shouldn't be awarded a hit. We'll see what the decision is here as this winds down. Looks like there'll be no change in the base running situations. Runners on the corners for the Cardinals, 1 out for Franco. Let's see what they elect to do with a runner on first. Tebow's got some speed. And he's going. And we'll see what they decide to do. And they're going to cut the shortstop. That was a trap play to try to draw the third base runner off of the bag. So runners now on second and third. 1 strike on Franco here. Infield comes in now. Middle infielders on the grass, corners on the grass. Everyone's in. They want the run at home. Let's see if Franco can put a hard hit ball through the infield. And the pitch. And he's going to pop one up. This is exactly what the Sabres wanted. This one's going to be played by the third baseman for the second out. So not the outcome the Cardinals were looking for. Score that a fly out 5 for the second out. That brings up Ryan Haskell. He hit a ball sharply to Bagshaw, the first baseman in the second inning, for an out. He's 0 for 1 on the day, but 2 runners on now with 2 outs. They'll be moving on contact, so a hit will likely score 2 runs. And the pitch from Burke. This ball's hit towards Colby at at shortstop, who will sky it, but they will make the play on the tag. That throw not clean, but Bagshaw makes the grab and sweeps the tag out, score that 6-3 as the Sabres get out of that inning without any damage. The score is still 2-1, though, in favor of the Cardinals. Due up for the Sabres is catcher Brandon Dufour, center fielder Teddy Katzel, and left fielder Matt Silk. Be back in a minute here from Holman. Folks, back to baseball action here. Dufour leading off for the Sabres. Brandon Dufour, left-handed hitter. He's 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to second baseman Mark Luca in the second inning. Evan Kaplow still with the pitching responsibilities here in the top of the 5th inning. 2-1 is the score, and the pitch. That ball hits the outer half of the plate. Kaplow goes to the fastball, and it's 0-1. One 1 count. That ball was away. And the pitch. That's a swinging strike for strike two as Dufour falls behind 1-2. And the pitch from the righty. That misses on the outer part of the plate to even up the count at 2 apiece. And the pitch. Breaking ball. Gets him looking. So Kaplow tallying 5 strikeouts in 4 1/3. That brings up Teddy Katzel, the center fielder. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out again to Luca over at second base in his first at-bat. Breaking ball. Just misses. Ball 1. And the pitch. This ball misses inside as Kaplow falls behind 2-0 now to the center fielder. And the pitch, this one is fouled. Out of play over the first base side. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike to the 8 batter for Souhegan. And the pitch. That ball hits the lower half of the plate. Good lively fastball, 2-2. And there's a swinging strikeout as Kaplow takes down Katzel for the second time. That's 2 straight strikeouts. That brings up Matt Silk, the 9 batter for Souhegan. And the pitch. That's a swinging strike. Fools him on the slider. That ball ended up almost a foot off the plate. It's 0-1 to Silk. And the pitch. Kaplow goes back to the breaking ball, freezes him. He's in a rhythm now, 0-2. Reardon setting up off the plate, and that pitch gets him looking as the Sabres go down on 3 strikeouts, 7, 8, and 9 batters. 2 of them strike out looking to bring up the home half of the 5th inning. Be back in a minute here from Holmen. Folks, we're back to baseball action at Holman Stadium. It is a 2-1 ball game here in favor of the Cardinals. Tight game with the Sabres. 9-batter leading off for Bishop Guertin. Luke Corky, the center fielder. He's 0 for 1 on the day, struck out looking in the third inning. Colin Burke, the pitcher of record for the Sabres, gets behind in the count 1-0. So no out, no one on here in the home half. And Corky will swing at that fastball and miss. Good lively ball up in the zone, 1-1. It's the 5th inning. Brandon Mativier on deck for the Cardinals. He's been on in both of his plate appearances. This ball misses for ball 2, 2-1. And the pitch. That ball is inside. Breaking ball doesn't break enough to get in the front door. It's 3-1. And the pitch from Burke. And that ball is fisted out into shallow left field. It'll get down for a leadoff single for Guertin. Luke Corky aboard on that single to shallow left center. That's going to bring up Brandon Mativier. He's 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles. So Corky on first, no outs for right fielder Brandon Mativier. And they go back to first. Corky reads that one and gets back in time. And Corky is going. They fake the bunt. They'll throw down to second. That is not in time. That is a straight steal by Corky. So runner in scoring position, no outs. Huge opportunity here for the Cardinals to get Corky plated with no one out. Counts 1-0 to Mativier. And the pitch. It's in there for strike one. Nice pitch by Burke as he evens up the count at 1 apiece. And the pitch. This ball is slapped foul as Burke gets ahead in the count 1-2. So productive at-bat needed here for the Cardinals with 2 strikes on the batter. Got to move that base runner. Good infield ground out should do it unless it's too hard over to the left side. And the 1-2 pitch from Burke. Breaking ball. Almost drops in the front door. That was a good-looking pitch. Evens up at 2 apiece. And they're going to go back, but no one's covering the bag. Corky drawing a lot of attention. And the pitch. This ball is skied out into foul territory in right field. And that ball will get down onto the concourse out there in right field. Good almost play on the ball by Will Jakes over in right field. Two-two pitch from Colin Burke to the one batter for the Cardinals. And that's a swing and a strikeout. Metivier retired on strikes for the first out of the 5th inning. That brings up Luke Anderson. Anderson's 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out in the 1st inning and grounded out to Kyan Bagshaw, the first baseman, in the 3rd. 1 out. And they're going to reset here as Burke asks for a conference with Dufour, the catcher. Mixing up the signals a bit. I'm going to settle things down. That was Burke who asked for that conversation. They clear things up and reset. Anderson also has that drag bunt, almost softball style drag bunt to get down the line quickly. We haven't seen that one today. Let's see if he offers that at all in this set. First pitch strike on the outer half of the plate. So 0-1 now the count to the Cardinals shortstop. And the pitch is inside. Good fastball, misses by the shins of Anderson, 1-1. And the pitch. That's a swing and a miss by Anderson, 1-2. And the pitch. That's off the plate. It'll get by the catcher. They're going to have a play at third. Not in time, as Corky will get to third base on that pass ball. 2-2 is the count to Anderson now, with a runner 90 feet away. Infield back in on the grass. They need to cut that runoff in this 1-1 game here. Sorry, 2-1 game, 1-run game. And that ball's hit over to the first base side and through. That'll score an RBI as the Cardinals pull ahead by 2 runs and make it 3-1. Pulling in the infield certainly cost them a run on that play. 3-1 in favor of the Cardinals. Anderson on first base, bringing up Evan Kaplow. That's Anderson's first hit of the day. Kaplow is hitless, 0 for 2. He's flied out to shallow center and deep right in his first 2 at-bats. And the pitch. There's a fastball in there for a strike. Good movement a little bit, perhaps on that 2-seamer, 0-1. Oh, 1 count to the Cardinal 3 batter with Anderson on first base and 1 out. And he's going. That pitch is off the plate, and he is in there safely. The Cardinals doing an awful lot of base running here on the Sabres. 1-1 is the count with a runner in scoring position with 1 out. And the pitch. Breaking ball misses upstairs. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to the Cardinals pitcher. And the pitch. That ball is upstairs and in as Kaplow gets ahead in the count 3-1. And the pitch. This ball is chopped foul down the third base side to run up the count full now for Evan Kaplow, 3-2. Full count to Kaplow, 1 out, runner in scoring position. That's Luke Anderson. He's got good speed. And the pitch. And that's going to miss. It didn't miss by much, and they'll put Kaplow aboard with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Max Reardon is 0 for 1 on the day. He was hit by a pitch, got all the way around to third, but did not score. So out comes the Souhegan coach for a conference at the mound. It's just Burke and Dufour, the catcher. The infield is gathering at second base. Let's see what they elect to do here. I haven't seen any action. There is action in the bullpen. We'll see what happens here. So it looks like Burke will stay out for Reardon. Folks, the score is 3-1. There's 1 out, and the Cardinals are trying to mount additional offense here. Runners on first and second in the 5th inning. Reardon asks for time. Steps out of the box. He's granted time by the home plate umpire. Runners on first and second. No count now to Reardon. And they're going to go back to second, and no one's there. And the pitch. That one's in there for a strike. And there's a swinging strike. They're going to go back to first, and they're going to get him. Kaplow too far off the bag and gets picked. Wow. So the 1-3 out there. Good play by Brandon Dufour to throw out Kaplow at first. 1-1 now the count to Reardon. My mistake. 2 strikes, 0-2. 0-2 the count now with 2 outs. Runner on second base for Reardon. And the pitch. That ball misses upstairs. It's 1-2. And the pitch. This ball's hit at the shortstop. He'll make the play over to first and score that 6-3 as the Sabres get out of the inning after surrendering 1 run It's 3-1 in favor of Girton after 5. Due up, top of the order for Souhegan in the 6th inning. Be back in a minute here from Holman. Throw down to second. Score is 3-1 after 5 innings. Leadoff hitter is Drew Regan for the Sabres. He's 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Kaplow hits the outside part of the plate with a fastball to make it 0-1. 0-1 count to Regan. He's the Sabre third baseman. And that's a swing and a miss. And he's behind in the count 0-2. Let's see if the Cardinals go right after him or whether they try to hang some cheese out there outside of the zone. That one misses by quite a bit, not competitive, 1-2. Breaking ball misses by quite a bit. That's 2 pitches well outside of the strike zone to make it 2-2. And the pitch. That's hit into left field. That's Cam Tebow lining up underneath it for the out. So Regan is retired for the 3rd time for the first out. That's going to bring up Nolan Colby, who's had quite a bit of success today. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a triple. No one on, 1 out. He's the only Sabre today with a hit. He's got 2 of them. And that first pitch is a ball. And the pitch. That misses outside again. Kaplow missing quite a bit on the outside part of the plate for these left-handed batters. 2-0 count now to Colby. And the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Good fastball on the lower part of the plate. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. That's a swing and a miss to even it up at 2 apiece as Kaplow battles back into the count. 2-2 count, 1 out. And the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss. They're going to go on the inside part of the plate, and that is a strikeout for the second out to bring up Keegan Burke. The Sabres' second baseman has flied out to center field and fouled out in to the catcher. He's 0 for 2 on the day. 2 outs, no one on here in the sixth. And the pitch. Breaking ball, misses up and in, doesn't break very much. Burke turns away. It's 1-0. And the pitch. That misses again inside. This one more competitive, though. It's still 2-0 as Kaplow not quite as efficient with the top of the order here. Not sure if that's on purpose or he's tiring, but it's 2-0 now to the Sabres 3-batter. And the pitch. That's in there for a strike, 2-1. Good fastball in the inner half of the plate. And the pitch. That's hit well, out into left field. Tebow going back. That ball has some legs, and it's off the wall. Great hit by Burke. That's going to be hauled in for a stand-up double. So that is a beautiful 2-out double off the wall in left field here. So Burke on second base, Bagshaw the batter now. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He has a walk, but he's flied out to center field. They have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Burke has good speed. The outfield lining up deep here. And the pitch. That's a swing and a miss to Bagshaw. And the pitch. That's on the outer half of the plate and misses for a ball. 1-1 to Bagshaw. And that hits the outer part of the plate for strike 2. Bagshaw behind 1-2. And the pitch. And that misses by quite a bit. It's 2-2. And the pitch, base runner's going. That is fouled off into the screen. Bagshaw stays alive. It's 2-2. Timeout called and granted. Looks like Coach Scott Painter and the catcher are going to come out, Max Reardon, to have a conference here at the mound. There's 2 outs, and the count's 2-2. And the pitch. And that misses upstairs to run the count full. First base is open. A walk does not advance the runner, but the count is full here with 2 outs. Colin Burke, the on-deck batter for the Sabres. And the pitch. And that's a walk. As Bagshaw will take first. This is Colin Burke, the pitcher for the Sabres. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He has struck out and flied out to center field. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. So the Sabres putting something together here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Breaking ball hits the plate for the first strike, 0-1. And that ball's going to get through. That breaking ball just gets through the 5-hole, if you will, for catcher Max Reardon and down to the screen. That puts runners on second and third with 2 outs. This count is 1-1. And the pitch. That misses up in the zone. It's 2-1. And the pitch. That misses the outer half of the plate. It's 3-1 to Burke. Kaplow falling behind in the count. And that hits the strike zone. Count is full.
Yeah.
So great moment here at Holman Stadium. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Full count to the Sabres 5 batter. Breaking ball gets him swinging. And that puts down the Sabres without scoring any runs. The Cardinals are in great shape. They'll face the 6, 7, and 8 batters who have all struck out in their last at-bat. Will Jakes has struck out twice. Dufour and Katzel are 0 for 2. So the Sabres are in a good position here, ahead 3-1 after 6.5. Folks will be back, actually after 5.5. Folks be back in a minute here from Holman. Folks, we are back to baseball action here at Holman Stadium for the home half of the 6th inning. Pitching change for the Sabres. Hayden Gerlich coming in to relieve. First pitch strike to Nieto. Nieto is the 5 batter. He was hit by a pitch and grounded out and is 0 for 1 then on the day. Breaking ball. This ball is hit over to the second base side. Cut down by the second baseman. Great play. And it's going to be fielded nicely. Nice defense by the Sabres on that ball hit up the middle on the right side. Good play by Burke over at second base. That's Keegan Burke with that flashy glove and the 4-3 putout for the first out. That brings up Cam Tebow for the Cardinals with 1 out. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. Gerlich has good drop to that breaking ball. And the pitch goes back to the breaking ball. This slider stays outside. 1-1. And the pitch. This ball is fouled out and out of play over the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cam Tebow. Tebow's 1 for 2 on the day. Sam Franco is the on-deck batter. And the pitch. That ball just misses up in the zone to even up the count at 2 apiece. 2-2 count now to Tebow. And the pitch. This is a breaking ball that gets him looking. Gerlich retires Tebow for the second out. That brings up Sam Franco. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He's flied out to center and to the third base side. And the pitch. This ball is hit out into an odd part of the field, and that'll be the shortstop, Nolan Colby, with a great catch in foul territory. Score that F6 for the third out. So the Cardinals are retired in order, and we are up into the last inning. Evan Kaplow will try to close out the game for the Cardinals. Due up are the 6, 7, and 8 batters for the Sabres. Folks, the score is 3-1, and the Sabres have to do it here in the 7th inning. Folks, we'll be back in a minute from Holman. Folks, it is the top of the 7th inning. Sabres are down to their last 3 outs. 3-1 is the score from Holman. Will Jakes is the batter. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. And the pitch. That's in there for a strike. 9 Ks so far for Kaplow. And the pitch. That's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Kaplow blows by that one with a fastball. Reardon setting up away, and that's a swing and a miss. 3 strikes, and he's gone for his 3rd strikeout. That's Kaplow's 10th on the day. The Sabres struggling to make contact, especially in the middle and bottom parts of the lineup here. Brandon Dufour, the catcher, is due up next. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He has struck out looking and grounded out to the second baseman. There is a fly ball backing out of play for strike one. So after some control issues a little bit in the 6th inning, Kaplow has thrown 4 straight strikes here, retired a batter and getting ahead of the 2nd. And the pitch, breaking ball, freezes him, but he doesn't offer. It's 1-1. And the pitch, that's a swing and a miss. He's behind in the count, 1-2 now. And the pitch, a little extra on that one, missing outside, 2-2. Two-two count to Dufour, and the pitch. That's chopped foul off the foot of Dufour as he stays alive. Good defensive swing there, 2-2. And the pitch. That's got him looking. That's his 2nd strikeout looking on the day as Kaplow tallies his 11th strikeout of the game and 2nd of this inning. So the Sabres are up to their last out here, the 8th batter. There's a strike. Kaplow mowing him in there now. And that ball is hit out into right field, and that'll end the game. As the Sabres put up some offense in the 1st inning and not much else. 3-1 the final here from Holmen. See you folks tomorrow afternoon for the game at Merrimack. Actually, I'm not sure. It's against Merrimack. I'm not sure if it is here at BG or on the road. Folks, have a great night. 3-1 the final score from Holmen.
Job.
Good to see you, dude.
How you doing?
It's fun. I mean,
That's great.